Welcome. This is a bonus offering for the teachers out there. This is a very helpful way to invite you to connect to your most confident and capable and aligned voice as you teach. Very simple. You can do it just before you teach class. You can do it as you're settling people at the beginning of your class. You can do it mid-class if you're starting to feel wobbly. You can do it at the end of class. You can do it any time. It's a very, very helpful little technique and practice that I use all the time to connect me to the truth of my own voice so that I can speak my own truth. And it is lavender essential oil applied to the throat. There's a little point, an aroma point just here called CV22, and it accesses the throat. It accesses and opens the throat. When we partner this with an essential oil that relaxes us, that aids communication, that opens and connects us to our heart, there's a little bit of magic that can happen, and we start to become very aligned with our own truth. So let's do it together. Take a drop of a diluted lavender into the center of your palm. Take your index finger and simply rest. You can see there's a little delvet here, sort of a little indent in the throat. You're resting your finger here. You're not pushing, forcing, you're not making anything happen, because it will just happen by virtue of you holding the point softly. You can align an intention. Let me speak from my heart. May I know my truth. May I speak my truth. You may feel, well, a variety of sensations can arise when holding this point. You may feel a warmth around your heart as you start to intentionally connect to that space. You may feel, as you can maybe hear with my voice, the tone has dropped a little bit. So I've brought myself back into my body. You may, this would be more if you were practicing maybe very quietly and silently. Maybe this is something that you do as a personal practice at home rather than in the public space of teaching. Sometimes it can bring a sense of emotion, like tears or a welling up. And maybe if you have not been able to speak your truth, maybe if you haven't felt able to find your voice, sometimes this sort of accessing can bring a big awareness and can bring a swell of emotion. So that also is something that can come up when we work with essential oils, particularly when we work with them intentionally, particularly when we work with them in an aligned way and intuitively. Holding for 1 to 3 minutes is perfect. Take a little bit of the oil underneath the nose so you still receive that aromatic benefit, and then sit and notice the openness of your expression. Notice the ease of your expression, the calmness of your communication. When you are calm, your students, your friends, your family, those around you read you, and they reflect back to you. We're all reflecting back to each other all the time, and we all have something within us where we are reading and reflecting the mirror neurons of those in front of us. So when you as a teacher can hold a calm, clear, open, expressive space, it instantly sets that tone for your students. I hope this is helpful. This is a really key, simple practice that I use all the time, and wishing you much, much love. And I hope we can be together again in the future, sometime, someplace, some space. Much love.